Well, it's April 25th, and I'm shooting for a 5-minute vlog because I've got a lot of backup vlog from yesterday. So I'm going to be sending some of that up tonight. I was terribly tired yesterday, so I had to leave early. This is the new part of the bridge right here. So they've done a lot of work overnight. So that bridge is on its way. Anyway, we'll be starting in very little vlogging. I'm not gonna show everything like I usually do, but I am gonna show some stuff. Very, very little, no more than 5 minutes.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
Inside here, so here we go.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey.
So I found this little gas station. I didn't know Taco Casa does delicious chili burgers. It's like actually a chili burger. But this Taco Casa is actually connected to a gas station here in Texas Motor Speedway. I know it didn't really make that much of a difference, but I thought they had a really good deal. I'm trying to figure out their name. I think the name is Gateway. Oh, great. Anyway, I'll tell you about the deal in a minute. You can see it right here. Basically, 2 dogs and a drink for $2. Nope, picked it up at Foster's, so I've got time to vlog my hot dogs. You're right. Right in that bag. So I'm always looking for a good hot dog. I do eat quite a bit of hot dogs because, well, I'm a delivery driver. So, like I said, I'm a delivery driver, so hot dogs are easy access. Bluetooth kicked in, if you notice that little, that was the Bluetooth. This one I'm gonna try with a little taco sauce. So there's the hot dog, it's a Hillshire. That's what it looks like right there. This is the taco sauce. Looks like they've been on there for quite a bit of time. But most gas stations change them out a few times anyway a day. That's what it looks like with the hot dog. It's taco sauce. Or it's what it looks like with the taco sauce. And this is what it looks like going into my mouth. Car pileup behind me because I guess because of me eating hot dogs. I don't know. Buddhist temple I was talking about. You can actually see it from this neighborhood. That's the top part on Watt Road. Isn't that crazy? I'm doing the delivery here at this house right here, right off Marnock and Emerald Knoll. That's amazing. It's a Guffey security. Anyway, I thought that was cool. I was just thinking about it the other day. And there's the new Roanoke Bridge. It's basically crossing over US 377. This is kind of a tight spot right here. That happens a lot coming through here. But that's brand new. And US 377 is going to go this way, which that goes all the way to Mexico and as far as, I believe, Oklahoma, all the way to Oklahoma to Mexico. It stretches, it's a famous road, US 377, but that's going underneath that bridge. This one is going to go alongside of 114. See a little raven right here, little black raven looking bird. But this will go all the way down 114 to the Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, I do the same thing that guy does when they need to do something about this little area too. It's kind of a tight area. But anyway, that's brand new, so it's probably going to be. I don't know. I don't really know much about the bridge. No one's made a comment or anything, but this is what I'm saying about US 377 is what we're crossing right there. That's US 377, and then this is actually 114 where the cranes are. That we're getting on 114 to go to the Speedway. And that's where they stop the bridge right here. But that bridge will continue on. You got workers right there. And then it will go all the way. Probably, I'm assuming its own highway. I don't really think it would, I don't think it would spit off into a 2-lane. So it's probably gonna be its own little road that's gonna go right down this way. This is that little area called Pecan. It looks like a Hollywood backlot. Actually looks prettier than the Hollywood backlot. It kind of does a Truman Show kind of thing. Kind of Truman Show-esque. Just, you know, like a Hollywood backlot kind of thing, doesn't it? It's called Pecan Square. Guy's a butthole. Look at this over here. It's a new development. And it's gas time at Buc-ee's. You see two crossways of light there, one to the left and one going angled to the right. All right, well, I'm trying out these burritos at 7-Elevens. Anyway, is what it kind of looks like. Kind of looks like those, you know, like when you were in junior high or maybe high school, those little burritos. That's kind of why I wanted to get it. But... And I got some hot sauce too. For $2, it's not really that bad. I mean, it's $2. You get 2 of them. Even in 7-Eleven though, if you're like a clerk, still put the napkins in the bag. Luckily I had my own napkins with me. That's a real big issue. You always want to put napkins. You know, if you're in the food industry and you're handing out food, if you can, use a napkin, or at least, give the customer a napkin. I'm gonna have to spin around all the way around this way. That's okay. I mean, it's just 7-Eleven. I actually used to work for 7-Eleven, so I probably have done it a few times, forgot the napkins. But, the hot dogs, usually those are the person's, that they have to get the napkins themselves usually, but like if it's behind the counter and you're packing the food and handing it to them, at least put one napkin in there, at least one napkin. So look what happened right here. That's actually from the hot sauce on the burrito. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that out either. And they got that too from making bagels there, which I won't probably be doing anymore. So, but there's other things in life rather than Einstein bagels. So very rarely do I ever see the skate park where it's empty. So there are a few surviving skaters. Although when I was younger, everybody was, I was a big fan. When I was younger, everybody was a skater. Now hurry up now, go real fast so we can run over the walkers. Okay, here we go. Woo-wee, he was in a hurry. Heck, I was going 35, or at least. But anyway, regardless, there are a few skateboarders out there. But when I was younger, everybody was a skateboarder. Even the freaking hicks. Even the cowboys would go out there with their cowboy boots and skate. I'm not joking. Everybody was a skater back in the 80s. Late 80s especially. Pretty much right when Back to the Future came out. And Michael J. Fox was skating on that Executioner board. Everybody went out and got a skateboard. And then they found out about Tony Hawk and Matt Hensley and H Street and Danny Way and things like that. Why don't y'all move? Yeah, so he got his Cokes at 7-Eleven and his meal at Bayou Jack's. So Fort Worth looks pretty cool. You can kind of see the sunlight kind of glistening off the side of the buildings. Well, I can at least. Well, if you knew about the history of this place. And the horizon there, that is not a very happy thing to see. Not happy at all. Yeah. Well, there's a cat over that way too. Yeah, he's not gonna make it. He got halfway through. Very similar to what happened to Nutty, the squirrel. And it doesn't look good. It's not over for him yet. Damn it. It's possible roadkill. Especially if someone takes the median way. But he's in the middle. And I don't know if they bite or have rabies or what. He's certainly trying, though. That's the thing. It looks like possibly the hip. He can still get up. Moving could maybe break more bones, possibly if it's to the spine. It's sitting there. Okay, in this case, I did my very best to report the rabbit who is on Nolan, right there. Nolan Drive. That says Nolan. So I just reported he's right there in the middle of the median of the road, right before Costco. But then I told him where the arrows were and stuff like that. He was almost killed about 3 or 4 times as I was giving the report to non-emergency number in South Lake. So I have to finish this delivery here because I can't wait forever. And they dispatched an officer to pick him up, I guess, and maybe move him to the side of the road or possibly take him to, I don't know where they take rabbits. I really don't know. It doesn't look good though. possibly a vet. I think vets can handle rabbits, especially farmer vets and things like that. There's a possibility that he could be taken to a non-kill facility and rescued. So hopefully that'll be the case. I don't know. I know that deer, when they get in the road like that, they sometimes kill them. Now, the only reason why is because, especially up north, deer actually kill people. Rabbits don't. The reason why deer kill people is because the deer can get before your vehicle and smash through here and kill you. A deer can kill another person if you hit the deer. That happens. They can come through the windshield. They have like razor sharp hooves who can hoof you, right? That happens with deer. In a lot of cases, they'll kill the deer if it doesn't get out of the road. It's a pretty bad practice. Well, this is my last delivery tonight, so the rabbit thing was a unique thing. I'm hoping they'll just take the rabbit to a non-kill vet thing. They could probably maybe help it. I don't know. I've seen cats get injured pretty badly, and they've been rescued and be able to live a life. Animals do heal pretty well. But anyway, I'm gonna drop this one off, and I will see y'all next time. Right now, vlog over. Being on the road, you do see roadkill, and then you do see sometimes so a really loud motorcycle. Motorcycles, leaf blowers, loud mufflers. The vloggers struggle when it comes to giving a report or talking or whatever. Regardless, I do see roadkill where it's just, days later and it's just a skeleton. Okay, you see roadkill, and you also see injured animals, which I've seen few. I've even had a cat one time run under my car and just virtually, and when I went back, the cat wasn't even around. Like, there wasn't in the road, it wasn't on the sidewalk. So they can sometimes bounce off vehicles and then sometimes live. It brings me back to Catnappers, the novella I wrote about my childhood and my cat dying after getting hit in the middle of the road, and then in making it back home, and then crawling underneath my mother's bed, and then dying later on at the vet, I guess, because of crushed ribs and things. I don't know if the rabbit, the bunny rabbit that was in the road, I don't know if it'll live. I don't know what will happen. I don't know its fate, but I just couldn't leave the situation. I couldn't just leave the animal in the road, and I couldn't really handle it because I'm not an expert in handling injured animals. I immediately called an animal rescue, and they were not there. They said you can call a non-emergency police department or a non-emergency number to the police department, depending on if it's a pet, because if it was someone's pet, they would have probably have called 911. People are real emotional about their pets. They will call 911 if it's a pet. And I've seen plenty of footage on YouTube where national news, media helicopters and everything. This is out in Los Angeles. Have followed this dog along this trail. That's an aqueduct that's flooded. It was a flooded aqueduct. An aqueduct is kind of like a channel for water, and a dog got swept away for hours. It went on for hours, like an hour or more. The dog swimming, find a dry land, and then going swimming, and then they finally rescued the dog. It was a successful rescue of the dog. In this case, the rabbit looks like it can no longer really use its hip. So I don't know if they'll try to rescue it. I know that
We certainly try.
in my past, a kitten had gotten caught in this recliner, and they were able to rescue the kitten, because kittens have malleable bones, and its neck got hurt. I think the kitten's name was Snow, and they were able to rescue the cat. And the nurses at the rescue unit at the veterinarian, took the cat home, and it became her pet. So she personally, rescued the cat and nurtured it. I don't know. I'm not a veterinarian. But I know that is a very tough field, to be in at times. It's a very active field, veterinarianism and things like that. It's a very tough thing. So you don't know when to make the call. So if I see an injured animal, I usually just report it. And they can bite you. They seriously, they'll want to live, and you try to move them. You have to be an expert at that kind of thing. And there's probably ways to learn how to do it. People and friends of mine have rescued animals along the road and things like that too. I've had other experiences where people have told me about it. The bigger the animal, the harder, But in this case, it's a small little bunny rabbit. It just broke my heart. I was just seconds away of getting out and maybe putting it in my car, and then but the thing is, I've got I'm in the middle of delivery. Don't know if the animal has any type of disease. I don't know the whole situation. I don't know anything. Like I said, probably they handle the animal with gloves and a mask, and then they probably take the animal to a veterinarian. I don't even know where one is, and I would not have been able to do that at that moment. That would have put me in somewhat of jeopardy, so I had to move on. I did a couple circles around, kind of parked there for a little bit with my lights on, so if any cars came by, they would go around. That's the thing though, is it can also cause an accident, because you want to have proper lights and dealing with all that kind of stuff. You can still put your headlights on, and you can maybe your hazards, hitting the hazards, you can probably do that. And I don't know, but I watched this little YouTube clip of police officers rescuing animals, and it does happen. So out of trees and things like that. And fire departments too. Firemen also are called, and then the animal shelters and animal control is probably the number one thing that's usually called, especially dealing with dogs, because dogs can bite. Because I've been bit by a dog. This hand right here, you can see the fang mark right there. I was bit by a dog right there. Pretty tough one too, and I had to report that to the police too. And they did go to my friend's house and make sure the dog was not rabid, that kind of thing. And they suggested what's called a muzzle, or whatever it is. I think a muzzle's the right word. Something like that, I don't know. Muzzles or whatever it is that they put around the mouth to keep the dog from biting at times. If it's around friends and family. Dogs that bite usually need something like that. But in this case, the rabbit, I don't know. I don't know if I would create more injury. But I'm glad I at least called and reported it, because I don't think I would be able to really sleep at night if I didn't do that, Especially if it was a cat. If it was a cat, I probably would have got a little emotional. I'm fond of cats. I don't mind dogs. I'll put up with them. But if I had to choose between a dog and a cat, I would certainly choose a cat. All right, please subscribe. You have a good night.